The part that I think is important to understand is that kids can't receive enough love. And some of our kids don't get the care and attention and love that they need. They just don't get enough. And sometimes that's through no fault of their own. It's not even through the fault of the parent. They're just so busy making a living.
A lot of these students, probably because of money factors from parents, they would be staying home alone all day. And this way they're able to, during the summer, during days when school is not in session, they're able to be involved. They're participating in theme-based activities. They're going swimming during the summer, field trips, movies. Most of those students probably would not be able to do that otherwise.
I believe really strongly that children need other adults to be connected to besides their parents. Even the best parents in the world, their children deserve and benefit from other adults caring and knowing them. I like it that we can provide that.
I think when kids feel love and respect, they feel safe. And that's important to children. And anything we can do to support them as they grow and learn and become citizens of our community is a positive thing. And in addition, it's hugely rewarding for us to have someone run up and give you a hug and know that maybe you have the most positive relationship with them that they've created within the school district. And that's a big goal of ours at the after-school program.
Those kids need to feel like an adult cares about them and that they're a real person, their feelings matter. And if they can get that in our program, we've done our job at the end of the day.
I think it's very essential for the staff to make sure that they're greeting each student, that they're interacting with each student, asking questions about them individually, and kind of pursuing their growth by socializing with them and helping them feel confident in who they are.
In our programs, what we do to make sure that the youth feel loved by the adults in the program is making sure that we train the adults. It's great that adults that are in the program that like kids, but we want them not to just like them, we want them to love the kids.
We're really deliberate about choosing staff that's kid-oriented, and the support that I give to my staff is almost all about that, about how else can you know these kids and bring out the best in these kids.
To make sure that our kids feel love and respect in our program, we really focus on engagement at a personal level with our students. So we don't want our staff members just standing and looking at the kids while they interact. We want them to actually get in there and play with the kids and interact with them so they have those positive relationships.
We talk to them every day. We make sure that we tell them how they're doing every day. And then it's funny because they connect with us at every level. That connection brings those kids a safe place where they know they're gonna have fun. They're not just coming to an after-school program. They were gonna learn, but at the same time, they're gonna play and grow.
In the program itself, I know that kids get a lot of love, and they get a lot of order in their lives as well, and people forget that that's really important. Kids want love, but they also want order in their lives, and I see that happen in the Sydney program, because there is a great deal of discipline there, but it's given with care and concern and love, and they respond to it. I mean, the kids there know that they're cared for and loved.
Some of these kids have been with us since kindergarten, and one of the gals that I have that's working for me now has her associate's degree, and she started with us 15 years ago, and she grew up with the program. And one of the reasons that she says that she wants to be it is because how much it meant to her and meant to her family, and they have a real deep regard for the care and the concern and the kindness that they have received.
One of my favorite examples of a positive experience that we have with a student is we had a boy who was failing 3 classes, and we didn't know why. So we were talking to the teachers, we were working with him, and what it really came down to is no one took the time to just care about him as a person. So, you know, he would go to homework and he wouldn't ever really do it until we had a breakthrough where one of the staff members just talked to him about his day and really worked with him on those things at an individual level. And it was that individual attention, that individual work that really drove him to now not only be passing those classes, but he's excited to do the work and excited to interact with us and tell us about what he's done for the day. And it's just an amazing change.
One of my favorite positive experiences was this summer with our 5K, and the kids practiced, some hesitantly, every week for their training, and the very morning of our 5K, it was the most humid day of the summer. And so at 8 in the morning, they were sweating bullets already. And they sounded the bell and they all took off running, and our staff and some of our parents and some of our community members were on the sidelines cheering them every time they went around their lap. And on the last lap, we had one just straggling behind, but he was gonna make it. And as he crossed the finish line, he just kind of tumbled into my arms, and I picked him up and hugged him and told him how proud I was. And he said, "Miss Carrie, this was so awesome." He said, "I've never had anyone cheer for me before." And so, I burst into tears and he's crying, but it just validated the work that we've been doing. And to hear a kid say no one's ever cheered for him, we are the cheerleaders of every child that comes through our program. And that's pretty amazing stuff.